Good morning, Anushka. How are you today?
I'm great, Handa. How are you?
I'm good as well. So I would like to take this opportunity to welcome you to Sofitel London Heathrow. And as I mentioned, you are the only new joiner for this week. And that's the reason we will have our induction section online. Yeah, so the purpose of today is for you to get to understand the business a bit more, like the company structure, and to familiarize yourself with it. The session will take no longer than 20 minutes. We would have, like you have the toolbar on top for you to use reactions. For example, you put your hand up if you want to ask me something or you want me to pay attention to something. If you have any other questions, you can populate them in the chat. In the chat box, I can respond after. And again, ask as many questions as you like. It's an interactive session. It's again for you to get to know more about the company. Do you have any questions so far? No? All good?
No. Yeah, all good.
Perfect. Can you see me and hear me well?
Yes.
And now I start to share the presentation with you. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, so as I said, it is only about the Aurora Group, and the hotel for you to get a clear understanding of the company and hotel. Okay, so why don't we start by introducing ourselves? So for that, I would like you to write in the chat some keywords in order to respond to these questions which you can see on the screen. So to say where you are from, something about your family, a choice between favorite film, TV, or music, about your new role and work history, your favorite holiday, and then where do you see yourself in the future. So maybe if we take a few minutes for that, and then we can come back to it. We can use the chat for that. Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Yes.
Perfect. So maybe I'll tell you something about myself to start with. So I'm from Romania. I came to the UK 13 years ago. I came with my husband and his brother, and then we said we'll just stay here for 2 years. So yeah, I'm still here after 13 years, and don't I'm not planning to go anytime soon. In terms of favorite film, I would say that's Titanic, and yeah, for some reason I always cry when I watch the film, even if I watched it for more than 12 times. Yes. In terms of role history, I worked in hotels for more than 8 years now. I'm the talent and culture manager here at the hotel, so we'll be working together. And I like developing people, and it's all about people. So I think that's why I've chosen this role. In terms of favorite holiday, I would like to go somewhere really sunny. So you stay in the UK to work, and then you go there to for holiday. And then 2 years down the line, I would like to be happy and healthy. So I think that's something about COVID, where I don't plan too much in advance. But that's enough about me. What about you?
Okay. I think sorry, flipping the screen. So yes. So I'm from India. I've been in the UK. I think on and off. I'm touching nearly 5 years now. My job role is HR executive. I've recently been hired by you. And as an exec, my role is joining formalities, just making sure that employees are onboarded. If they require anything, helping and assisting, HR manager, that is you, With regards to my family, I'm the only child. I'm here currently, and my parents are back home. They come and visit me whenever possible. My favorite TV show is Rick and Morty.
Okay.
Absolute diehard fan. I love them. And 2 years in the future, I would like to be an HR manager, hopefully. So yes, so that's the plan. So yeah, we are sticking to it. And I think my favorite holiday destination would be Spain. I visited it this year, yes, and I absolutely loved it. Obviously, we had really good summer this year, but Spain was a nice sort of getaway, let's just say, because
Mhm.
I'm I'm a foodie and I really love seafood, and yeah, I definitely recommend it. So
Very nice. Very, very nice. Okay, perfect. If that's okay, we'll move on to the next bit. So, Aurora, past and future, culture, and values. So, that's our focus for today. Can you still see my screen? Yeah?
I can, yes, I can.
Fantastic. Okay, so what can you tell me? Like, what do you know about the Aurora Group?
Well, at the time of the interview, I did look up about the company. I know that the Aurora Group is owned by Mr. Surendra Arora. Sofitel itself is a franchise property with a 605 bedroom space property and 45 meeting rooms. And Mr. Surendra Arora really loves visiting this property, I was told.
Mhm.
And this is like his baby. Now, the Aurora Group is divided into three segments, I would say. One is Grove Development, Grove Hotels, and the other one I'm not really sure. Yeah, if you
That's
could please.
okay. That's amazing. So very well prepared. Well done. So indeed, Surinder Arora, as you said, he's our founder and CEO. And I don't know if you know, but his vision is that basically we treat our colleagues as family and our guests like royalty. So that's the way we behave day in, day out when we are at work. And I will tell you something about himself. So basically, he was born in India. He came to the UK by the age of 13. And then, since early days, he started to work in markets, selling goods. So that bit of business orientation from early years. Then, by the age of 19, he joins British Airways in the cargo customer service while he was studying to become a pilot. And then, as a part-time job to help with money, he takes a part-time job in Renaissance Heathrow as a conference and banqueting waiter. And then 1 year later, he qualified as a pilot. But due to the demand in that industry at that particular time, he does not manage to get a job there. And that's the reason he joined AB Life as sales associate. So I guess everything happens for a reason in life. By the age of 30, he becomes the second top salesperson in the country. And then in 1993, he opens his actual first bed and breakfast. Yeah, so looking after air crew at Heathrow. And then in 1996, he approaches BA. Yeah, so we remember he used to uh, study to become a pilot. He used to work there, and now he goes to BA. And he suggests that, oh, why don't I open um, a hotel to look after the crew? What do you think BA said?
Yes.
Actually, they said no, so they
Oh,
declined his offer. Yeah. So then he moves on. He starts opening a few hotels, mostly at Heathrow or if not at Gatwick, so based at airports. So Aurora International Heathrow, then Aurora Park at Heathrow, and then Aurora International at Gatwick Crawley. And then he
mm,
goes back to BA and he approaches them again to offer that partnership. What do you think they said this time?
hopefully, yes.
They said no again.
Oh, wow.
So it took him 3 times for them
Oh,
to be
wow.
convinced. Yeah. So, but in the end, seeing how well the team is looking after the guest and the high level of service, then he managed to get BA to stay with him. This hotel in Manchester was opened in March 2004. However, now it's not part of the portfolio, so we don't have a property in Manchester. Moving on, as you correctly said, he has this franchised agreement with certain hotels and certain brands. Do you know what a franchise agreement would be?
Franchise is so there are two kinds. There's a managed and franchise. Managed is when the owner itself overlooks the whole property, and franchise is when the owner of the land gives
Mhm.
out a franchise to another
Okay.
person to overlook the whole property. So the
Mhm.
cultures and sort of the cultures would be followed from the company perspective, but
Correct.
the franchise will just be managing the whole property on behalf.
Mhm. Okay, perfect. Yes, indeed. So basically, there is this agreement where they pay a fee. Yeah. And then, as you said, they need to follow the brand standard, like the values and the cultures. And then the first agreement started with Accor. So, a Sofitel London Gatwick opens in July 2005.
Mhm.
And then this particular property we are in opens in July 2008. Yeah. By the end of 2008, so the property is formed of diverse property assets, including cargo, building offices, nursing land. Like in 2006, he already had 9 hotels around major UK airports.
Wow.
Then in 2012, he manages to start operating the Renaissance London Heathrow. So if we remember, he used to work there as a conference and banqueting waiter. So
Mhm.
now he manages to operate that particular hotel.
Wow.
The property is refurbished in 2015. And then in the meantime, more hotels are opened, like Holiday Inn T5. Have in mind this Savile Court, which was opened in 2014. I'll tell you something about it in a moment. In 2016, Intercontinental London DO2, so a big event space, more than 3,000 capacity in the ballroom. I was fortunate to be part of the pre-opening of that
Oh,
hotel.
wow.
Yeah, linked to the O2 Arena. And then Hilton at Stansted was rebranded to Novotel. Hilton London Gatwick, that's the largest hotel in the property. 821 bedrooms, like in terms of bedrooms. Like O2 is the one, the biggest meetings and event space, and then Gatwick is the biggest bedrooms. Even at Gatwick, that's the biggest property, the biggest hotel.
Mhm.
And then if you ever pass by Terminal 4, you would see Crown Plaza and Holiday Inn Express. So that's basically a building made up of 2 hotels, 2 different entrances, 2 different standards. So it's quite nice to see. And then I went, okay, so for you to see a bit of the hotels, a snapshot of the hotels. After passing 3 months probation, you'll have the opportunity to have a staff rate and experience some of these hotels.
Wow.
Which one do you think you want to stay first?
I
Visit
think
first.
I think I'm drawn to Fairmont, to be honest.
Okay, yeah, Fairmont
Yeah.
indeed. So
Oh,
as you
wow.
mentioned, Fairmont, that's Fairmont. As I said, it used
Yeah.
to be called Savile Gold, and now it was demolished and refurbished and rebranded to Fairmont. World-class spa facility, free wedding venues, 200 plus bedrooms. So this is Fairmont,
Yeah.
opened in January this year. And then the latest acquisition is our Luton Hoo Hotel, based in Luton, 15 minutes drive from the airport. Can accommodate golf courses, so many championships over there, weddings as well. 228 bedrooms. And like a part of a history, the queen herself started her honeymoon in that particular
Wow.
hotel. So, yeah. And then, as you said very correctly, Aurora is not only hotels, it's a growth development, hotels, and then property asset like nurseries, ground, land, everything like that. Do you have any questions so far?
No.
Time?
No,
So
I'm good.
yep. Okay. So we said we have this brand that we have franchise agreements with. So you have ISG, so that would be Intercontinental, Crown Plaza, Holiday Inn, Renaissance Fairs under Marriott, Hilton, it's under Hilton, and then Sofitel, Fairmont, Novotel are under Accor. So lots of opportunities around the hotel, the group.
Right.
Any questions?
No. You mentioned, Anda, that you moved from ISG.
I did, yeah.
Okay, so is that possible? Then can you transfer, or Like,
Yeah, okay, that's a good question. So
okay.
part of our like having so many hotels under the umbrella, if
Mhm.
there is any vacancy in a different property after a certain period, like for example, for entry level roles, you need to be with the company for 6 months. On
Right.
a managerial role, you need to be for 1 year. You can apply for a different position, and if that's approved, then you can go for the interview. So yes, I came from Intercontinental London due to for me it was a bit different because I had a gap in between. So I went to the other Intercontinental in Central London and then to a different property and I came back. So it was not like a transfer, but that's
Right.
something that we provide to the employees. And as you said that, that brings us to the cultures and values, right? So, for example, our cultures, our foundation, are that we treat our, as we said, our employees as family. So, how would you treat your family, if I have to ask you?
Um, Lovingly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just with love, with respect.
Definitely, because this is what we promote here as well, like loyalty, honesty,
Mhm.
friendship. You develop friendships because you spend more time at work than you spend at home with your
Sure. Yeah.
family, right?
Right. Yes.
And then our values would be people-centered. What do you think that means? People-centered.
People oriented, because we are hospitality, so
Okay.
we're taking care of the guests and
Mhm.
employees itself.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
focused on just developing them, and yeah.
Definitely, definitely. So similar to what you said, because you asked if you can move. So that's
Yes.
that's the idea. Like so many opportunities provided to the team members, looking after them, creating a fun and pleasant working environment for them. So that's people centered. Then we have customer focused. What do you think that is?
Um, Hospitality. So we are focused on customers. That's our main form of revenue. I know we
Definitely.
have meeting spaces.
Mm-hmm,
Like you did
mm-hmm,
brief me in during the interview, we have 45 meeting rooms.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yes. So yeah, customer focus. That's our main goal, to see that the customers are satisfied and happy with our services. Yeah.
Definitely. So to see the customer satisfied, yeah, that's very important. So looking after the guest, as you said, they are the main form of revenue. So yeah, focusing on their experience from the moment they come to the hotel. So that's fantastic. And then achievement through ownership for all of us to represent the hotel, to take ownership, and always strive to achieve more. Right. So that's very important for us to remember. People centered, customer focused, achievement through ownership being our values. Do you have any questions? No? Because if not, this is basically what I wanted to show you today. Yeah, so our values, our brand, to see what hotels we have under the Aurora umbrella. And I think that would give you a good start. And in the last few moments, what I would like to do, if that's okay, I have just a small game for us to go through. We would have a few, like actually two questions for you. If you can, I'm not sure if you can log in into that. Can you still see my screen?
Yes.
Perfect. Because that's Kahoot. That's a game we normally use for interactive activities. So we will do it together, like when we will do induction for the whole team. Yeah. So we have a few questions. So maybe if you can scan this on your phone, I think that's the best thing. It only takes a few moments. Wonderful. Okay. So the first question is, when did the London Heathrow open? Yeah. So is it 2015, 2008, 2000, or 1989? So just select that on your phone when you think you know the answer. Very well done. So Sofitel London Heathrow was opened in 2008. Very good. And then the next question, you get some points as well. And then the next question. The three Aurora values are people-centered, customer-focused, and is it achievement through ownership? Is it trust? Is it teamwork? Or is it customer service? So just select the color. Very well done. So
Yes.
it is achievement through ownership. Very well done. Okay. To sum it up, maybe if I ask you, what did you learn today?
Well, I learned about Aurora.
Mm-hmm.
So I learned that this is a franchise property and the history about Aurora and
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Cyril Aurora. I was
Wonderful.
told like he visits the property
Mm-hmm.
most often.
Mm-hmm.
So in case I come across him, I have a full knowledge about the property, about him. So it's
Mm-hmm.
a really nice, story point. Yes.
Perfect.
And yes, I learned about the cultural values as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I will definitely make sure that, you know, me and the rest of my colleagues implement them. So yes.
Very well done. Well done. Because moving forward, we will talk about some of the procedures, some of the benefits, but that's part of the next session. So, yes, as you correctly said, Surinder Arora. And then, yes, we went through a bit about him to get to know him a bit better.
Right.
Then the hotels
Yes.
under the umbrella, like we can visit them after probation, we can stay there.
Mhm.
And then, indeed, our cultural value and values as well. And that's for us to remember: people-centered, customer-focused, and achievement through ownership. Do you have any questions, Anushka?
Oh no, I think you pretty much covered it.
Wonderful. If not, then thank you so much for today. It was a pleasure seeing you like that, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the office next week.
Likewise. Thank you
If
so
you,
much.
thank you so much as well. If you have any questions in the meantime, you have my email address, so feel free to uh, drop me a line if needed. Thank you
Yes.
so
Thank you
much.
so much. Thank you. Have a
Have a
good
good
day.
day. Thank you.
Bye.